He's a skilled assassin between the ropes. A boxer's mind in a bruiser's body.
Lennox would have been a challenge and a threat for any heavyweight champion in history.
His talent is unquestioned. His life, the subject of constant speculation.
He's not gay.
They had this thing that he wasn't British.
Except when it counts.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Atlantic City's Convention Hall here on the boardwalk in Atlantic City, New Jersey, let's get ready to rumble! 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with gold trim, weighing in at 218 pounds. He comes to us tonight from Miami, Florida, with a professional record of 30 victories, 27 by KO. Only one defeat. He is ranked number 5 in the world by the WBC. Tonight, he is a man on a mission. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the challenger, Philip Jackson. The red corner, wearing the black trunks with red trim, weighing in at 235 pounds. This 1988 Olympic gold medalist as a super heavyweight now is undefeated as a professional. His record, 24-0, 20 KOs to his credit. He comes to us from East London, England. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the undefeated WBC Heavyweight Champion of the world, Lennox Lewis.
The referee here is Arthur McCanty, who's in his late 70s and who refereed the second Johansson-Patterson fight.
You know the rules of the WBC. We expect you to obey these rules, and I'll enforce them. Shake hands now. Return to your corners. Good luck.
Very experienced official, and doesn't he look fit for his age as well? Arthur McCanty, been a ref since 1960. Lennox Lewis, a lot of people around here saying not a question of if he wins, but how he wins. He's got to look good and impress a disbelieving American media. Philip Jackson, who has 6 children of his own and another 3 adopted. A lot of mouths to feed with his $500,000 purse. This is big chance. Lewis with a big reach advantage. Now, does he get back to using his left jab more effectively tonight? We look for signs of that, and straight away he snapped out 3 of them. Jackson has got fast hands if he can get inside to land the punches.
But already, even this early, Lennox has found him with a jab.
Oh, and the right hand has got him down. First half minute of the contest. First time he felt Lewis's power with the right hand, and Jackson's down. That's a bad sign for him. He was down against Ruddock in the second round and stopped in the 4th. Is Lewis going to get the job over quickly here?
He's not rushing in, Lennox. He's looking for the right punch. He's trying to win with the left hand, come with the right.
Well, is this a big heavyweight up over and nearing 17 stone against a blown-up cruiserweight? It looks a big difference, doesn't there?
Yes, it's a vast physical difference here.
Even bigger than it looked when you saw them together at the weigh-in and at the press conferences this week.
You see Lennox leaning on him there. He's really trying to use his physical strength. He's very, very strong.
And Glenn McCrory is a man who's been in with him. Jackson letting his left hook go for the first time. It's a danger punch from him, or it has been against those 27 opponents that he stopped inside schedule.
Lewis is looking for the right hand. He's just trying to put him on the end of the jab, just measure him for it.
Using the jab much more already than he did in the whole of the Bruno fight. Left jab and big, fast right hand. That's the Lewis diet at the moment. Right hand from Jackson. Lewis has shown so far that he's got a pretty good chin. He did against Levi Billups and against Frank Bruno. Frank caught him pretty square on in the third round, I seem to remember, of that fight.
The right hand did seem to get through from Jackson.
Lewis already with a knockdown in his favor in round one, in the opening seconds of the contest. We wondered whether Jackson might freeze on the biggest stage of all. Does he come back from that?
Lennox has got to keep the jab out. That's his weapon. He's got the reach, he's got the height.
Had a tendency in one or two fights, Lewis, to just switch off for periods of the fight, but that will be a big round on the scorecards anyway in his favor, with Jackson down in the opening moments. In the corner, Pat Burns, the Miami police sergeant who's got the highest accolade the Miami police can hand out for helping to quell riots in the city.
One more time.
Here's a knockdown.
It's good.
He was just measuring him with the jab, and there's the right hand going. Just hit him on the whiskers there, but it was enough to put him over. Another angle. Just measured him, just caught down the side of the face.
You got to read when you hit that son of a gun. You're hitting with a hell of a nice shot. Your head is butt stunned. And you wait a little bit too much, okay? You're hitting, you got to jump on it.
The Leprechaun Gym in Miami.
You got a great jab, but you got to break on the jab, that power jab. Do you understand? Break on the jab.
10-8 round that then to Lennox Lewis. Second round. Lennox Lewis in his third defense of the WBC Heavyweight Championships.
Jackson's corner want their man to use the jab, but he's going to struggle to outreach Lennox.
In the last 5 World Heavyweight Championship fights, all versions that is, the betting underdog has won. And Jackson starting here at about 7-1. He's finding it hard to overcome the reach disadvantage. As long as Lewis can keep him on the end of that jab, he ought to be in control of things, you would think.
Jackson's moving his head quite well. He's got to try and do that to keep away from that jab.
Frank Maloney, Lewis's manager, sitting very near us here at ringside. He's shouting out, stay on that jab, Lennox, stay on that jab.
It's an excellent ramrod jab, but I think he needs to put something behind it.
Again, Jackson out of range.
There you are, Phil, there you are, break hard.
The danger for Lewis is if he stops jabbing and Jackson gets close enough to start letting the punches fly with those fast hands of his. He does pack some power. Again, he can't reach Lewis. He must almost feel he needs a step ladder to land.
Yes, Jackson's got to puzzle out how he's going to get past that left jab.
Jackson's critics, and there have been quite a few around here, have said he's pretty one-dimensional and could be out of his league with Lewis. We'll see. No problems for Lennox Lewis so far.
Jackson's trying to edge his way, and he's trying to come behind the jab, and he's looking for the left hook.
Lewis with his gloves held down low by his waist, swaying backwards whenever Jackson does try to let fly. Jackson looking to counter whenever Lewis throws the right hand. That's a good sharp right from Lewis right at the end of round 2, which he dominated.
do it in one punch, and chop you down.
Welcome back. That's how we're seeing the fight so far. Lennox Lewis with a 10-8 round, we think, in the first round, and a 10-9 in the second. This is round 3. Lewis with the red stripe down his shorts on the left of your picture. The man who is convinced he's the best heavyweight in the world, but has yet to prove it over here in the United States, Lewis. Has to be said, to be fair to him, largely because he's not had the chance to do so.
Jackson this round's trying to get a few shots off, and Lennox took on the glove.
Now that was better for Jackson because Lewis got through with the right hand and he took the punch pretty well that time, Jackson. Could have been just caught cold early on, I reckon, with that first knockdown.
Yes, it was very early, and that's always a danger so early in a fight when you get hit. You just haven't warmed up, you haven't gotten used to taking the shots.
In all the years of the World Heavyweight Championship, no fighter from Miami has won it. Jackson looking to break the mold. Again, Lewis gets through with the right hand. Again, Jackson takes the punch well. Now he's closing the range. This is a better round for Jackson so far.
Jackson's trying to get him close, but Lennox landed with two beautiful shots. The left uppercut and the right hand. Lennox hasn't got to stand in front of him. He's got to keep the jab busy. Phil Jackson can be a dangerous fighter if Lennox allows him to get set.
Again, he's pumping out that jab, which are surely the required tactics here. Again, he's looking for the haymakers, Jackson, and looking for one to hit the jackpot. So far, they've just hit the thin air. Doubling up on the jab, looking for the big right hand again, Lewis.
He's getting closer and closer with that shot in.
Third round. Lennox Lewis, the highest paid sportsman in Britain last year, £10.5 million. More than Nick Faldo, more than Nigel Mansell, but everything on the line again here in his office, the boxing ring.
Beautiful jabs, really rocking Jackson's head back.
Good round again for Lewis. He's in charge at the moment.
You are taking away his left hook completely.
There's always been the feeling with Lennox Lewis that he needs the big stage to prove himself. He needs to confound critics, like with the Razor Ruddock fight. But he's responded to the criticism he's had. He's jabbing much better in this fight.
He is. He's dominating with the jab. It's a good shot. A little bit of action from Jackson there. He got a few shots in, but pretty much through that round, Lewis's defense was very good.
When you get there, you gotta let him go. You understand? Work.
Quick look at my scorecard so far. Lewis 30, Jackson 26. He's won every round and had a 2-point margin in the first round with the knockdown. This is round 4. Can Jackson do anything about this? Lewis outboxing him so far and putting up a pretty good performance.
Good boxing off the jab, but you heard Pepe Correa in the corner. He wants a little bit more. He wants the right hand to the body and the left hook. He wants Lennox to start mixing the shots up.
Lewis always felt with this fight that he was in something of a no-win situation, that if he won it, they would say, well, who was he beating anyway? Just a mediocre fighter who'd never really mixed in the top class with any success. And if he lost it or looked bad, they would tear him apart anyway. Again, doubling up on the jab and the right hand to follow. The question for Jackson here really is, does he have the moves to somehow slip his way inside and start to trouble the champion.
And Jackson's still walking forward. He's still trying to move that head, but it just feels ominous that eventually Lennox is going to land with that right hand. He keeps throwing the double jab in the right hand. That looks the shot.
To be fair to Phil Jackson, he's taken the punch pretty well, though, since that opening knockdown.
And it's just changing the punch there, the right hand to the body.
Again, Jackson is out of range. He's finding it almost impossible to land.
Yes, he's throwing his left hook, Jackson, from too far out. He's really got to come in first. He's got to throw the hook behind the jab. He's got to get his, bring the distance in if he's going to stand any chance of getting close to Lennox.
Classy boxing display so far from Lennox Lewis. Jackson's camp say he's matured considerably since his loss to Razor Ruddock back in 1992.
That left jab getting rammed in the face. Very disheartening shots and two nice punches from Lennox.
And the two shouts from the Lewis corner have sent him home now. There's a confident, almost arrogant look about Lewis at the moment. So complete is his control. But I've seen fights before that have been turned on their head by just one punch.
Circle. You are quicker than he is. You are stronger than he is.
Now that's just precautionary work there on that left eye of Lennox Lewis, just to stop it swelling. The ends well in action. There's the scorecard so far that I'm keeping 40-35 in Lewis's favor. Given nothing to Jackson so far. It's been a good boxing display by Lennox Lewis, and on punches landed, 100-23, a 4-to-1 ratio roughly in favor of the champion. This is round 5. Lewis with the red stripe down his shorts. For those of you who still need identification, there can't be many.
And so far for me, it's been a boxing exhibition from Lennox Lewis, but he's still got to be careful. Jackson's coming out, really trying to let that left hook go this round.
The pattern has remained the same throughout so far. But can Phil Jackson somehow fashion a change in the plot? Now, he got closer that time, and Lewis, to be fair to him, took the punches on his gloves, but that was more encouraging for Jackson. Good defensive work there. Oh, the left hand there, just off balance for a moment. Lewis there, he just staggered backwards. I think he was caught off balance more than anything. It was only a jab. Crowd at the back of the hall started to get very excited. They thought Lewis was in genuine trouble. I don't think he was.
No, it looked off balance. It looked as if Jackson maybe just caught his toe on when he was moving backwards. It didn't seem to be a shot land.
Might have encouraged Jackson, though.
I think it did. But Lennox has got the right answer. He's keep using that jab. Good right hand to the body, under the heart.
Some chants of Lennox ringing around the Atlantic City Convention Center from the traveling British contingent. What Lewis can't afford to do here is to switch off, as he has done him once or twice in fights. Remember, against Tony Tucker, he had a bad 9th round.
That's right. I don't think he can't start letting Jackson fancy this fight. Good shots from Lennox there.
Mixed them up well, didn't he? We saw the left hook come uppercut there to finish off the rally that time. Just a little variation on the combination of left jab, overhand right.
Jackson's took some good shots and still coming forward.
Well, Phil Jackson grew up in the ghetto. He was a street fighter. Just looking marked around the face, and oh, down it goes again. And I wonder whether this time Jackson will get up.
I don't think so.
He's still prostrate at the moment. Arthur Mercante is counting. He makes it in time. But he's starting to be picked apart here by Lennox Lewis, who looks on the verge of a successful defense as the bell goes, and he puts him down again. Now the punch landed after the bell. I don't think Lewis could have stopped it. I don't think they could hear the bell amid all the cheering. Jackson staggers back to his corner. It's dramatic stuff there at the end of that 5th round. And in that round, Lewis all but got the job done. And the bell just came to save Phil Jackson, but I'm not sure whether he's got anything left, Lennox.
I'm not sure.
Sorry.
I'm sure Lennox has got plenty left. I'm not sure if Jackson's going to be able to get over this. He took a lot of shots just on the bell there. Then he was out. The right hand's doing the damage. Beautiful shots.
Arthur Mercante's going back to the corner. A point deducted, I think, from Lennox Lewis for punching after the bell. That's just been announced here. Lennox Lewis loses a point. In that round, I would have scored that last round then 9-8 in favour of Lewis, who loses a point. Now then, can Jackson go on?
It looks as if the tapes come loose.
Oh, the tapes come loose. All sorts of things happening here. Gum shield, they forgot to put the gum shield in for Lennox amid all of that.
Unbelievable moments.
6th round here. Lewis starting to unload. And now he has 3 minutes in front of him. I'm not sure Jackson's head is cleared. Going for desperation punches, Jackson, somewhere in there. Oh, back comes Jackson. And Lewis has to cover up. Goodness me. What about that?
Well, Jackson's showing hard under pressure. But he's still in desperate trouble.
Jackson needs every second he can get in there to try to let his head clear. I don't think the minute was enough, but look at him come back here. Lewis has put a lot in over the last couple of minutes or so. Sometimes fighters can just punch themselves out. Lewis looking for the combination, and Jackson landing with his body shots for the first time. That was definitely part of the Florida camp strategy, but they've rarely been able to get close enough, or their man has rarely been able to get close enough to put it into any effect. Oh, lovely right uppercut this time.
Good shots from Lewis, but he's looking for the clean shot. He's staying inside. He's trying to get that clean shot that'll finish the job.
Just using the jab almost now as a rangefinder, isn't he?
He's just looking to try and open the defense. He's getting the shots now. Good right uppercut there.
In the past, Lewis has proved himself an excellent finisher. Ask Razor Ruddock, ask Frank Bruno. Smiling through his gum shield, Lewis now.
Lennox looking a little tired. You feel as if he should be getting shots off, and he isn't.
I think he's just punched himself out for the moment. Jackson has survived a big crisis and has come back with a lot of courage. People were wondering about the time he quit against Razor Ruddock, and they were saying, you know, once a quitter, always a quitter, but he's shown plenty of heart here the way he's come back. He's marked up around the face as well, Jackson, but he's got through the round.
You're watching Sky Sports.
Okay, he shot his wad. He shot his wad. You got to show the heart now. Now, you stay on the corner. Philip, use that jab. Your left hand is fine, and use your hook when you get close.
They're having to work very hard on that
jab and hook.
face of Phil Jackson's. He's swollen underneath the right eye. That's the scorecard we have, or I have anyway, at the moment. 59 to 52. I've got Lewis winning every round, even with a point deducted for punching after the bell in round 5. Halfway point of the contest. Is there any way back for Jackson from all this?
It's going to be very, very difficult for him. He's took a lot of shots, but he's still there. He's showing great heart. It's really how much Lennox has took out of himself. I think if Lennox can really put a big burst of shots, then he can finish it.
In the corner, they were saying to Lennox Lewis, he's tired too, he's tired too. Which is a sign that maybe Lennox himself was just beginning to tire. He's got back to the jab.
Yes, they wanted him to do that. They thought it was too tiring to keep it inside, too much wrestling. This way he can get his clean shots on. But Jackson's still showing heart, still trying to let them left hands go.
Now then, Arthur McCanty calls a timeout. I think it's again the tape on the glove that's come loose of Phil Jackson. And Pepe Correa saying in the break for Lennox Lewis to keep his right hand up. That is a defense against the left hook, of course, of Phil Jackson's. I've got to say that Lewis must carry a pretty fair dig. He has people down in every fight he has now.
He certainly does. He certainly does carry a fair dig, and Jackson's in desperate trouble now. He's shaking on his legs when he took them 2 shots. He's took a lot of hard shots around the head, but he still fights back. He's very tough.
Is Lewis doing enough here to convince the cynical American media? Again, very good combinations. And how much more of this, you wonder, can Phil Jackson take? He's puffed up, he's marked around the face, he's been on the floor 3 times in the contest. And you almost feel it's only a matter of time before he's put down again.
It is, I think what the Americans wanted to see from Lennox was they want to see him really turn it on and really finish a man. I think that's been one of the criticisms against him. And this is his opportunity to do that.
For my money, though, this has been a much better display by Lennox Lewis. Again, powering through. Oh, left hook back, oh, from Jackson, who's still got something left in the tank. Lewis has to cover up. This is a gritty display by the man from Florida who's had to take an awful lot.
Jackson's trying to put everything into them shots.
Lewis still hasn't quelled the spirit of this man. Right uppercut, 2 left hands right. He's being thoroughly outboxed, outclassed, but he's still there, Philip Jackson. And never let anyone tell you again that this guy's a quitter.
You're doing beautiful.
There's Mother Violet.
I don't want you looking for that knockout, Lennox.
Deep breath.
Watches every fight.
And go back here and bust his ass up
Must
the
be hard
jab.
for her.
If you step off that back foot hard, you're going to push his head back and make him want to quit. But when you push his head back, come back across with the straight right hand. Got me? When you step off that back foot, the jab going to move his head back. Come across with the right hand, left hook.
Round 8.
Now, listen.
Here's some of the action from Lewis. That good jab, been such a weapon. But Jackson fires straight back with a left hook. And
Rode it well, didn't he?
He did. He took it on the chin. He's got to be careful. He can't walk onto a shot like that.
Arena here holds just 6,500 for tonight. The punch stat shows an overwhelming torrent of punches for Lewis over Jackson. 175 to 39 we make it over the contest. This is the 8th round. Lennox Lewis has done just about everything but finish the job here. He's put together combinations, his repertoires look good, he's boxed well behind the left jab. Phil Jackson has shown courage almost beyond the call of duty.
He has. Lennox came straight out there, mixed up a combination, great body shot, and Jackson threw about 2 shots straight back. A very tough man.
Arthur McCanty's taking a close look as Lewis unleashes his latest cluster. He's right eye, Jackson. Looks to me as if it's starting to close a little bit. He's really marked up. He's breathing very, very heavily. And the right eye, it looks as if pretty soon that would just be a slit. It's closing rapidly. He might not be able to see it out of that for much longer. He's taken a terrible pounding, really.
He certainly has, but he still carries on. He's still trying to get his shoulder shots on. Good uppercut inside from Lennox.
Body punches as well now. The weight differential is 1 stone and 3 pounds, and he's got him again. And this time Arthur Mercante stopped it. He will not let the count go to 10. Lennox Lewis is still the WBC World Heavyweight Champion, and I would say to the American media, dare they criticize him for that performance, because he did absolutely nothing wrong. He worked well behind the jab. And all right, Phil Jackson is not a fighter out of the highest draw, but Lennox Lewis could have done no more. And really the only wonder there was that he didn't finish the job a wee bit earlier. We've got a little bit of a melee going on at ringside. I think it's just one idiot who's broken through the barricades, nothing more than that.
There's the finish here, a beautiful right uppercut followed by a left hand and a right hand. He really put his shots together there. You thought Jackson was ready to go if Lennox could land a good combination of clean shots, and that was the one that did it. That was a shot that Tyson used to use. He turned the right hand of the body to the right uppercut, and Lennox delivered it great there.
Right uppercut was some shot, wasn't it?
Very, very good. I think that was an excellent performance from Lennox Lewis.
You're going to get the official announcement any moment from Michael Buffer, I think. Somewhere in there. So much mayhem and chaos.
Referee Arthur Mercante calls a halt to the bout. The official time, 1 minute, 35 seconds of round number 8. The winner by TKO victory, and still the undefeated WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Lennox Lewis.
I thought that was a good performance from him, Glenn.
I thought it was a very good performance. He hardly put a foot out of place.
Is a special presentation of HBO Sports.